My credit score is around 650. Can I still get a mortgage? Y'all, this is one of the most common questions that I hear, and I see it on Reddit and YouTube. And most people are getting very mixed messages online. Some people feel confident because they're over 600. Others get discouraged because they're not at 800. So today I want to walk you through what lenders really look at when it comes to credit and what 650 means in the mortgage world as far as getting approved. So let's start with the most important thing to understand. The score that you're going to see on Credit Karma or your bank app is not the same score that mortgage lenders use. Mortgage lending uses a different scoring model, different algorithm, different weighing, different results. That's why people often say, why did my credit score drop when my lender pulled it? In most cases, nothing dropped. You're just seeing your mortgage score, which is typically lower than what a consumer app is going to be able to show you. Once you know that, a lot of the confusion starts to make more sense. So let's talk about the real question. If you're seeing around 650 on your apps, that most likely will translate into a mortgage qualifying score. But most of the time, you're only going to see one score. You're not going to see three like we do. We can go on traditional loans for FHA down to 580 and non-traditional with more money down lower than 580, but it's on your mortgage score. But this doesn't mean that you automatically get approved or denied because of the score. What lenders are really going to look at beyond the score is your credit history. That includes how much debt you're carrying, whether there are collections or charge-offs recently is more important, late payment patterns, how long your accounts have been opened. I've had clients with credit scores in the low 700s that couldn't qualify, and then people that were under 600 that could. The difference wasn't the number, it was the story behind the number. When we start with clients, we don't jump straight into a hard credit pull. We use a soft credit pull, which doesn't impact your credit score. That allows us to evaluate whether you're likely to qualify, what loan options make sense, whether it's the right time to move forward, or whether you have some work to do. Only after we do all that and you decide what you're going to do is a hard pull actually justified. That's how responsible mortgage planning actually works. If you're preparing to buy a home, a few things matter a whole lot. Lower your credit card balances if you can. Never close any old credit cards without any guidance from us. Use inactive cards once or twice a year to keep them open. A lengthy credit history matters more than people realize. I once had a client with an 800 plus credit score. He was close to 830. He lost over 100 points because his credit card was closed by the bank, and that was right before his house was finished being built. And so it significantly impacted what his interest rate was. So if you're seeing around a 650 on your credit score, there's a strong chance you can qualify for a mortgage. But the only way to really know for sure is to have a lender look at your full picture. I'm Suzanne with Vessel Mortgage. Don't guess. Don't self-disqualify or self-qualify by looking on the internet or asking your chat AI. Get clarity before you make your decisions. We can walk you through and you'll know how to get into your dream home sooner rather than later.